Yeah, I know. I saw him. Are you taking his place? Morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Welcome to City Hall and our council chambers. As always, we are gathered here before the meeting to acknowledge individuals, businesses, and organizations that really make a difference. They make it a priority to make a difference in our community and for the people that live in our community. So this morning, at-large Councilman Roland Barrera will be assisting me with reading proclamations, and he'll be walking in any minute now. But we're going to get started. Our first commendation honors Mr. Pedro Trevino. He is the founder and CEO of Big Bertha Foundation. That is an organization that supports those in need in our community and beyond. So now I'll read the commendation and let you know a little bit about why he's here today and why we're commending him. So, in recognition of his extraordinary compassion, selfless leadership, and dedication to serving the coastal bend and communities beyond, since 2010, Pedro Trevino has dedicated his time to helping families in need by organizing countless community benefits to assist with funeral expenses and provide support during life's most difficult moments. And through his selfless leadership, he has touched the lives of thousands of residents while inspiring others to give back. Whether mobilizing relief efforts following the Uvalde school tragedy, supporting families impacted by the Sinton wildfires, or providing meals and assistance during times of crisis, Pedro has consistently demonstrated a heart for service and a deep commitment to helping those in need. His dedication has earned numerous recognitions, including the KRIS Six Angel Award, and in 2025, he further expanded his mission by founding the Big Bertha Foundation. So, through the endeavor, Mr. Trevino has expanded his mission of service by providing assistance to families facing financial hardship, supporting disaster relief efforts, offering scholarships, and bringing hope to those in need through the coastal bend. The city of Corpus Christi extends its sincere gratitude to Mr. Trevino for his lasting contributions to our community and wishes him continued success as he continues making meaningful difference in the lives of others. And I have personally witnessed that with a friend of ours who had cancer, and he did well, it's barbecue. I'm gonna let you talk about precisely what you do because it's very impactful, especially in the lives of people, and that means a lot when we're going through life's crisis. So, Pedro.
Well, first of all, thank you all so much for taking the time to allow me and my team to be here today to receive this award. It's something big for us. We started this mission in 2010 when I had to bury my father, and that's where the passion for it came, and it just grew. Here we are 16 years later. Like I said, we've done countless. We've not just done in Corpus. We've traveled outside of Corpus, Oklahoma. We're not just one entity of a foundation. We focus on a lot. So we accept this with much gratitude. Like it's very, very meaningful for myself, my team, the hard work that we put in, and the countless others that have put in their time, and everybody else that's helped out. So we really, really appreciate this. Like I said, me and the mayor, we first met with a mutual friend. We did a fundraiser. It was a fundraiser to help raise money for fire victims who lose their home, and it was something that me and Mark was supposed to do together. 2 weeks before we were going to do the benefit, he passed away. I felt the need to continue with it in his honor, to be able to raise the money to help the families who lose their home, to be able to have some money to help out with financial hardship. So Big Bertha is a barbecue pit. It's a barbecue pit, and the name, yeah, yeah. It started the day after the Uvalde school shooting. One of my longtime friends, brother, mentor, Terry Amy. We were driving on our way to Uvalde after I purchased Big Bertha the day after the Uvalde school shooting, and we packed up the next day. The community came together like you wouldn't believe. Like we left, we cooked over 6,000 lake orders in 2 days to feed the whole first responders, the families. And as we were driving up there, my brother Terry asked, "Do you got a name for her?" I was like, "No, people name their barbecue pits." He says, "Oh yeah, people definitely name their barbecue pits." And I was like, "Well, I can't think of nothing." And I remember clear as day, he looked in the rearview mirror. He says, "I got a name for her." I said, "What's that?" He's like, "Big Bertha." And that's where it stood. And I always give him his flowers. He doesn't like to take it, but without that name, and of course all the other steps in between there wouldn't be a foundation. And August 13th of this year will be 1 year that we've been operational as a 501c3. So. Thank you all so much. Like I said, this means the world to us. This is just the beginning. We have multiple sites that you guys can reach us on, our website, social media. There's always somebody needing help. So if you know anybody, if you know another 501c3 that's looking to seek help to raise money for the foundation, that's what we do. So, reach out, and can't wait to hear from everybody.
Here, he's here, Andrew Rowland. Okay, our next commendation recognizes July, or am I wrong? Yeah, July 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month. And it highlights NAMI, Corpus Christi, for their tireless work advocating with, or for those struggling with mental health issues. And this is so important. All commendations are so important, but I'm very impressed with the work that you all have done. Really, really impressed with that. So with that, Councilman, we'll read the commendation.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas the National Alliance of Mental Illness, NAMI, reports 1 in 5 adults experience a mental illness, while 1 in 20 experience a serious mental illness. And whereas according to the same Surgeon General's report on mental illness, adult Caucasians who suffer from depression or an anxiety disorder are more likely to receive treatment than adult African Americans with the same disorder, even though the disorders occur in both groups when considering socioeconomic factors. And whereas according to a report from the Office of Minority and National Affairs of the American Psychiatric Association, although mental illness impacts all people, African Americans experience a much greater unmet need for mental health services and receive a lesser quality of care, thereby resulting in mental health disparities. And whereas nearly 2/3 of all people with diagnosable mental illness do not seek mental health treatment due to stigma, lack of community-based resources, inadequate diagnosis, or no diagnosis. And whereas communities of color are in need of culturally competent mental health resources and the training of all healthcare providers to serve multi-ethnic consumers, and whereas B.B. Moore Campbell, through her dedication and commitment, sought to move communities to support mental wellness through effective treatment options, open access to mental health treatment and services, and improve community outreach. And whereas NAMI, Greater Corpus Christi, is working to improve equity in our community when it comes to providing services and resources to all members of our great city.
So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim July of 2026 B.B. Moore Campbell National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we remind individuals of the importance of equity in our community when it comes to providing services and resources to all members of our great city.
Well, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to share my experience as an immigrant, 4 years old, immigrating from the Philippines here to the U.S. I recall growing up that no one knew what a Filipino was. Because of my almond eyes, I was automatically labeled as Chinese. That no, I just remember having to fight for my culture, my identity, and now as an adult, I recognize that even as a minority and being an American, being raised here in the U.S. At the age of 4 years old, the reason why I no longer speak my native tongue is because I had to learn English. Now I regret that I don't speak the language, but seeing that the minority, we still have rights that that are still due to us, and I just want everyone to recognize that we are all the same. We are all of the human race, and that kindness goes a long way.
Okay, our next proclamation honors, they need no introduction, the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery Memorial Detachment for their dedication, for their service and sacrifice in ensuring that every veteran interred at the State Veterans Cemetery receives full military honors. So now I'll read the proclamation. So whereas the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery, or the CBSVO, Memorial Service Detachment was organized to render full military honors for veterans interred at the Coastal Bend Veterans Cemetery. And whereas founder Ramiro R. Chavez and the founding members of the Memorial Service Detachment provided the initial leadership that established and guided the detachment's mission to honor all veterans laid to rest at the cemetery. And whereas the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery Memorial Service Detachment has remained steadfast in its commitment to serving Coastal Bend veterans for nearly 5 years, and whereas the Memorial Service Detachment Honor Guard has performed approximately 5,200 military funeral honors and has faithfully served as the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery since December 14th of 2011, marking nearly 15 years of dedicated service. And whereas the dedication of the Memorial Service Detachment reflects the city of Corpus Christi's deep respect and enduring gratitude for those who have served in the United States Armed Forces across all branches. So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim July the 14th of 2026 Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery Memorial Service Detachment Day in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we encourage all citizens to recognize and commend the members of the CBSVC Memorial Service Detachment for their dedication, for their service, and their sacrifice in ensuring that every veteran interred at the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery receives full military honors.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody. We are members of this community and we are here to serve all veterans and spouses. Presently, like the mayor mentioned, we're right at 5,200 or 5,200 burials that have happened out at the cemetery, and we're here to help the community in every way that we can. We appreciate everything you've done. We appreciate the support of Corpus and everybody else involved. Thank you.
Let's take a picture. We'll stand right here. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, our final proclamation encourages all residents to lock their vehicles, take their keys, and hide their belongings in an effort to reduce motor vehicle crime. And now, Councilman Barrera will read the proclamation.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas, according to law enforcement reports, motor vehicle crime costs Texans more than $1 billion in losses each year. With July accounting for the greatest number of motor vehicle crimes reported, and whereas to combat this crime, the Texas legislature created the Motor Vehicle Crime Prevention Authority, MVCPA. And whereas alarmingly, legislators soon discovered that unlocked cars and keys left in or near vehicles contribute to more than half of all motor vehicle crimes committed throughout the state. And whereas in response, the MVCPA has joined local law enforcement to create the If You Like It, Lock It, and Lock It Down campaigns on radio, television, and other media. And whereas they have determined that the most effective way for all Texans to reduce motor vehicle crime is to watch your car. Now,
Now they're pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim July of 2026 Watch Your Car Month in Corpus Christi, and we remind citizens to lock their vehicles, take your car keys, and hide your belongings from plain sight. Watch your car, Corpus Christi, and remember, if you like it, lock it.
Good morning, Mayor, council members, guests. Just got a few words real quick. Thank you for recognizing July as Watch Your Car Month and for the continued support of the Auto Theft Task Force. We truly appreciate this recognition and trust placed in our work. Your support makes it possible for us to continue protecting our community, raising public awareness, and preventing vehicle crime across Corpus Christi. With the help of MVCPA grant and strong partnership we have with the city leadership, we've made meaningful progress. Motor vehicle crimes don't just involve stolen property, they often lead to more serious criminal behavior, and the work we do has a direct impact on our overall community safety. I'm just going to provide some stats from our last calendar year. Burglary motor vehicles dropped from 2,300 in 2024 down to 1,992 in 25. But when I mentioned earlier about serious criminal behavior, in 25 we had 247 guns stolen from vehicles. And as of right now, through April 26, we've have reported 59, which is on pace for a reduction. As far as the stolen vehicles, in 2025, we had 709 cases, and the student successfully recovered 618 vehicles with a recovery rate of 87%, which is approximately $9.1 million in vehicles. So again, thank you for bringing us attention to the issue and continuing support on our mission.
Okay, this concludes our ceremonies for this morning, and the council meeting will begin in approximately 10 minutes.